Ladies and gentlemen, Sam Shake here with Spectower Realty Group.
And Marilyn Randazzo with TWFG Insurance.
In this room today, we have insurance agents, we have real estate professionals, and what we do in our careers impacts lives, impacts livelihoods and their future generations. So today we thought it was very important to bring out the topic of emotional intelligence. And we have a guest speaker, a successful entrepreneur, a motivational speaker, and an author, a published author. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Rizwan Suja.
Thank you very much for the introduction, nice introduction.
Very well.
I hope everybody is doing well, and thanks for taking the time to come here. My name is Rizwan Shuja. I'm an entrepreneur and an author. I own several businesses like gas stations, convenience stores, restaurants, and real estate. And I'm author of 2 Amazon best-selling books, The Power of Dream Self-Image and The Cycle of Fulfillment. Basically, both of these books are self-help book, and we are going to go over why we wrote these books. I wrote these books along with my brother, Dr. Imran. So, and how can this book help people? So, I have read many books, attended seminars, workshops in the science of success and personal development. And initially, my goal was to be successful in my career and finances. So I kept attending all those seminars of different authors and different motivational speakers. Some of them talked about finances, some talked about their career, job, businesses, some talked about spirituality, happiness, peace, physical fitness, relationships. So that kept me thinking what success really is. And if all of that is success, then which one is more important and which one is less important, and what is the order and how do they affect each other? So after all those experiences of life and reading all those books, seminars, we came up with a model that success is achieving 5 goals. Number 1 is mental emotional fulfillment. Number 2 is physical health and fitness. Number 3 is relationship with people and God, which is essentially the same thing. Then 4th is your career, job or business. And 5th is financial wealth and material things. Now, what is mental emotional fulfillment and why we kept it on the top, number 1? The reason is mental emotional fulfillment means not to experience hate, jealousy, anger, resentment, worry, fear, greed, ego, all those negative emotions, and be able to cultivate positive emotions like love, happiness, peace, gratitude, kindness, and the need of giving. So, our mind is, by God, automatically, intrinsically, it has been programmed or designed to try to prevent us from the painful emotions and try to give us good emotions. So anything we have done in life, starting from the beginning, going to school, university, finding jobs, getting married, buying new houses, cars, the real goal behind all these goals was to change the way we feel or change the emotional content of our life. So even if I'm trying to buy a BMW, the real goal is to feel better, to feel good. So that is our number 1 goal, even if we don't know about it. So that's why I put it on number 1. Besides, if we are experiencing good mental emotional state, then our focus and productivity will go up, and also it directly affects our health. It has been medically and clinically proven that negative emotions like hate, worry, fear affect your health directly. It causes ulcers and act as a catalyst for all the diseases. So if we have achieved the first goal, then it will help us improve our second goal, which is physical health and fitness. And if we have achieved the first 2 goals, then it will develop the need of giving and also good morals and values in us. And if we have the need of giving, then the relationship with people is an automatic fix. And good values and morals and ethics is an automatic fix with the relationship with God. So, being in a good mental emotional state gives us good focus and productivity. And if we have good relationship, good contacts, good networking, and we have good morals and values, and we have a high faith, relationship with God will give us faith, not just faith in God, but the faith that I will be able to achieve my goals. Whatever I'm trying to achieve, I will be able to achieve it, that faith. So, if we have all those things, then we will definitely succeed, prosper, and thrive in our career, job, and business. And if we are growing and progressing in our business, then money comes with it. So that's why I kept financial wealth and material things in the last number. So the goal is to become a bigger and better person who's happy and who has this need of giving, who's kind and who's fit and strong, who can enjoy love and connection with people and God, who is educated, who has knowledge, skills, good contacts, rapport, who has courage, who can make good decisions and have good judgment, then money comes with it. So when every time we achieve a goal, it is going to give us further mental emotional fulfillment. So when we have achieved our fifth goal, is going to go on and give us further mental emotional fulfillment. So the cycle is completed. That's why I call it the cycle of fulfillment. So when we have achieved or improved all these goals, it's going to go on and further improve all the goals one more time. So the cycle will be completed one more time. So that's how we keep growing and progressing in life. So this is in the book Cycle of Fulfillment. So I'm writing another book which is called Mental Emotional Fulfillment, a Spiritual Solution. How to tame your negative. The subtitle is How to Tame Your Negative Emotions. The reason for writing that book is somebody can read this book and later come and say that, let's say there's a couple who fight with each other all the time, or there's a mother-in-law and daughter-in-law who hate each other, fight with each other all the time. They can read this book and tell me that, okay, I understand that all these negative emotions are hurting our happiness, health, focus, productivity, relationship, our jobs and finances. But just by you telling us, become a better person, it's not going to fix our problem. So how do we get rid of all those negative emotions, right? So that's why I'm writing the next book, which is going to be on goal number 1, Mental Emotional Fulfillment, a Spiritual Solution, how to tame your negative emotions. It has 8 tools and techniques how to tame your negative emotions. Now we are going to talk about our 4th goal, which is our career, job, or business. Since everybody here is an agent, either insurance agent or real estate agent, so that is very important. Happiness is directly proportional to growth and progress. We cannot be happy unless we are growing and progressing. And besides that, I haven't met anybody who is fulfilled and hasn't achieved anything. Most of the time, people want to be successful in their career or business to be able to acquire material things and for their need of importance and significance. Instead, our goal should be to become a person who has these qualities of knowledge, skills, education, hard work, persistence, patience, courage to be able to make good decisions and judgment. Then money comes with it. So, like Tony Robbins says, the purpose of the goal is not to get the goal, but to become the man you become in pursuit of that goal. For example, if somebody wants to have 20 profitable businesses, they would want to, most of the time they would want to have it to be able to prove their success to people and enjoy the material things. But the goal should be to acquire the qualities of the person who can manage and buy those 20 businesses. If you become that person, then money comes with it. Like Jim Rohn says, work on yourself harder than your job. Successful people are not lucky, they are doing something. And you have to become, to attract success, you have to become an attractive person. He also says that reaping is reserved for planters and receiving is reserved for deservers. So we need to start working on ourselves to start the process of receiving. He says that we do not deserve a dime more than what we have in our bank or our pocket. So, for example, if there are two people, one person wants to become a doctor just for financial wealth, and the second person wants to become a doctor so he can become a person who has that knowledge and skills and ability to help and heal people. The second one, the later one, would be more successful, and will be a better person, and even he will be more successful financially, even though his goal was not to become rich. And also, his journey of education and working will be pleasurable. Right. So, to me, you have to have these qualities to be able to succeed in your career or business. Number one is burning desire. Burning desire to become a bigger and better person who have all those qualities to be a successful businessman or successful employee. The second is no complaints and blames. We have to accept the fact that wherever we are in our career, job or business or in finances, it is because of our own actions, our own selections, judgments and decisions. We cannot blame the system or the people, our parents or our boss for our situation. Clarity and good ideas. We have to have a clear vision of what we want to do in life. Either we want to work for someone or we want to own a business. And if we want to own a business, what kind of business? I have seen people going back and forth and wasted many years. Fourth is focus and productivity. Wherever focus goes, energy flows. And your focus can increase your productivity many folds. Goal settings. Whenever, it is always recommended to write your goals. Whenever you write something, it starts looking more real to you. And we always try to achieve something and we go for it if it looks real to us. If we feel it's unreal, we won't even try for it. So that's why they say always write down goals. 1 week goal, 1 month goal, 1 year goal, 3 years goal. And every time you achieve it, every time you reach a deadline, grade yourself, evaluate yourself very objectively and grade yourself. If you did really well, then why did you do well? And if you couldn't achieve it, why couldn't you achieve it? So number 6 is develop expertise and learn the trade. Whichever field we are in or business we are in, we need to become an expert in that. We need to read books, attend seminars, and learn from our experience and other people. Proximity. Proximity means to be in a proximity of the people who are successful. Proximity is power. And being around successful people, success is going to look real to you. It will look normal to you. And also you will learn from their experiences. Faith and courage. Faith and courage go together. Faith means that you have to have the faith that whatever you are trying to achieve, you will be able to achieve it with the help of God. And whatever hurdles and obstacles come in your way, you refuse to accept them because they are only an illusion. And character. Try to build a strong character with good morals, values, ethics, where you want good for others. People can trust you and you can partner up with people and you can get along with people. That is a big secret to success, especially in small businesses. Self-image and self-belief. Like whatever our limiting beliefs are, which stop us from growing and taking action, is because of our low self-image and low self-belief. So we have to improve our self-image and self-belief so we can start growing and taking action towards success. And all these points and actions would help us improve our self-image and self-belief. So there are two things. I have seen a lot of people who couldn't succeed in the business. They always say the reason I couldn't succeed is because I didn't have time. Some people say I don't have any money. I didn't have any money. Then I didn't know what to do. My employees were not good. My equipment was not working. I didn't have a good manager. So if we look at it closely, all these reasons for not succeeding is lack of resources. But remember, lack of resources is never the reason. It's the lack of resourcefulness. Because somebody else was resourceful enough to find those resources. Also, a lot of people say you have to be at the right place at the right time to succeed. I say that it is not important at all to be at the right place at the right time. It is important to be the right person, because if you are not the right person, then you're not going to take action, even if you are at the right place at the right time. So start working on yourself to become the right person so you can start the process of deserving. Thank you very much.